DeGeneres. I actually heard about this story a long time ago, right when Black Lives Matter was really, really hot because George Floyd had just been killed and everybody, you know, the movement really started. There were a lot of people that were exposing businesses and companies that had in the past, you know, racially harassed or sexually harassed their employees. All that was happening, and the Ellen show had come up under fire as well. But I kind of didn't think much about it because, you know, there's always some people that are just unhappy with their jobs. It didn't work out and will speak out. So I kind of didn't pay much attention to it. But that story actually picked up steam because after they said that Ellen's show was a lie, basically, that the whole happiness all the time theme that runs throughout her show and her always wanting to help people and listen and talk and all of that, they're saying there was a group of people that were saying that it was all a lie, that it was all just for show. One current employee and 10 former employees, okay? Their names haven't been released because, you know, they don't want to be, they feel like they'll be blacklisted in the industry. They obviously are still working in that industry, but they said that Ellen created or she supported a toxic environment, that it was really her executive producers and her management team that was running everybody else that was given the problems. However, because it is Ellen's show, it is her brand, she is, you know, totally responsible for the people that she put in place to run the thing smoothly and with the same ideals supposedly that Ellen has. But instead they're saying that they were, you know, racially harassed, and, you know, there was 2 black girls. One of the examples was there were 2 black girls and they used to joke about them looking alike and act like they would get them too mixed up. They said that they weren't able to take, you know, like mental health days off just so they can get their shit together. You know, that if there was a death in their family, they needed to go to the funeral. They said that the management would give them all kind of problems. And then they said that they were told, you know, you can't talk to Ellen when you see her in the hallways or around, you know, to leave her alone. Don't ever talk to her. Anyway, they created this toxic environment. All right. So when the news got out, there was an independent investigation team that was assigned to this story, and they looked into it and they actually found that these things were happening. So then there was rumors that Ellen was so disappointed in her staff, you know, her executive team, that she was thinking about ending her show. So you guys know she had already just recently renewed, I think, her contract, but there was some talk maybe about a year or so ago about her just retiring and letting it go. So then there was like a feel that she was like about to just be like, forget it, I'm done, it's over. She's gonna let the show go and go retire off into the sunset with her wife, Portia. But no, she has decided that she is not going to do that. She sent out an email because everybody is on, you know, the show is on, well, not break, but, you know, the crew is not together because of the coronavirus. So she sent out an email basically explaining that she didn't know that this was going on, but she takes a lot of takes all of the responsibility, that they are dedicated to making sure that the work environment is reflective of her way that she feels, which is happiness, and making sure that everybody there that's working under her is happy, and yada, yada, yada. So that is what is going on at the Ellen DeGeneres show. There have been people who have spoken out in Hollywood that have said that Ellen is not the nicest person, though. They're saying that that is a known fact, but a lot of people don't say it because Ellen is very powerful, and, you know, she's been out there for a long time, and she's like, you know, spokesperson for the LGBTQ community, and that she, you know, it would do more harm to put her off of the air than to just ignore how she is really and just let this persona that she gives to everybody else, let that shine. I don't know. I mean, it would be disappointing to know that Ellen was really a bitch in real life, because I liked Ellen and I thought that she was a genuine person. It's one thing to have her, you know, people are on when they're on camera. You know, for the most part, I'm the way that I am on and off camera, but, you know, I do Sometimes when I'm not on camera, I'm just chilling. I'm quiet. I'm just looking. I'm just watching. I'm not the life of the party all the time. I mean, I can be. But, it's like, I don't expect her to just be extra bubbly and be Ellen and dancing downstairs and shit all the time. That's not realistic. But, I just would hope that she would be somewhat similar to the person that she presents herself. Because, to be one way on TV and to just be an all-out bitch like some people are saying off, TV, that part is discouraging, is disappointing. So that's what's going on. But yeah, you guys, the show is not canceling. She says she is going to, she's dedicated to making sure that the environment is good, and that she can't wait to get back to the, studios to work with her staff. So I guess we'll see what happens when that does happen. But yeah, Ellen says she ain't going nowhere. You guys, so Tamar Braxton, so she posted a video of her. I guess she is in recovery. Remember, they told us that after she got out of the hospital, they had moved her to some sort of rehabilitation type facility so that they can work on her mental health. She did post a video the other day of her and her boyfriend, David. They were having drinks, and she posted a long caption about, still talking very much about WeTV and how they were the reasons basically that she did what she did, and she was thankful to David for being there, saving her life. It's weird. The whole thing is just weird to me, you guys. I'm not even going to speak much on it. I am just really honestly hoping that Tamar is going to be okay. I hope that the decision that she's made to be with this man, I don't know him. I don't follow Tamar, so I don't see him often. I don't know much about him. There is a lot of talk on social media, but that can always be, that doesn't mean that it's true. But there's talk about him in social media that he's not the best for her, and there's rumors floating that the family is not necessarily happy that she is with him. I don't know if that is true or false, but it's just strange, this whole story and how much focus that has been put on her being on social media and still talking about it. The fact that she's drinking, which is like, I'm not saying that you can't drink when you are trying to, but it just seems like drinking, that's a depressant, and that just is nothing that you need to be putting into your system when you are trying to work on the reasons why you try to kill yourself in the first place, right? I would imagine that there's some depression mixed up in there. So, when I saw the video of her and people were saying, yeah, just take care of yourself, Tamar, I was like, well, you shouldn't be drinking, that can't help. But ultimately, I just wish that Tamar would get off of social media, because social media leaves, we don't get the full picture. We don't get the full story. So it leaves, a lot of room for people to assume some things good, some things bad. And she doesn't need that extra pressure on her if she did try to kill herself and is now trying to come to terms on the reason why and fix those problems, right? So I don't even like the fact that she's on social media so soon after she tried to commit suicide and gives us this long post about, you know what I'm saying? I don't want her to do any of that, because it doesn't seem like it is helping her. But we'll see. She seems to be the type that is going to continue to stay on social media. So I'm sure we'll hear more about it. But WeTV did decide, or at least they said on their side, that they were going to halt her show. They weren't going to put it on, and that they were going to cut the contract with Tamar. But Tamar said that it's a lie, and that they just feeding us a whole bunch of bullshit. So there's still way more to that story there. But like I said, I just want Tamar to get off of social media, to really truly do some intensive therapy and take care of herself, okay? And everything else will fall into place. Prayers up for Tamar, okay? I just feel like she really needs it. And lastly, in quickies, you guys, Peter Thomas, former husband of Cynthia on Real Housewives of Atlanta, has been tested positive to COVID-19. He posted a video on his Instagram stories and just was talking about how horrible the virus was, how sick he was. He has the stomach problems that are associated with the COVID thing. You know, that's a new thing now. They're saying that diarrhea and stomach cramping and things are side effects and symptoms of the virus coming. He said that he has horrible cramping and stomach problems. It's been going on for about a week. He feels like he can't do anything. He's just in the bed. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I don't want anybody to, you know, get the virus, even people that I don't like. I don't want people to be sick from this virus. So hopefully Peter will come through this. He's not the youngest, but as far as we knew, he was healthy. So hopefully he'll be able to pull through this. He feels that he got it from taking pictures with people that want to, you know, that come up to him and admire him, you know, fans or whatever you want to call them. So he feels like he was probably infected by one of them. He's taken 5 tests, he said, and on the 5th one, I think that he said that he finally came back positive. So he had a feeling he was going to catch it. It was just a matter of when. So if that is the case, then hopefully, you know, Peter will come out of this healthy on the other end. Also here in quickies, let's talk about Brandy's new album. You guys, it is just a no for me. Oh, I tried. I drove home from Savannah the other day and I listened to the whole album. That's how hard I tried, because I was just listening for one little thing where I was just like, okay, girl, you did it. And I don't know, you guys, I feel like Brandy is so above that album. I just feel like she's so above it. I don't know where it went wrong for me. It just did. But I had a feeling it was going to be like that because I didn't like that Baby Mama song or whatever it was called. I thought she was so above that. This was like, she's a grown woman, you know, with the most beautiful voice. And you were talking about, you know, it's not trivial, of course, but it's just like, these are topics that kids talk about. Like, we grown now. Like, I feel like she did that to cater to an audience that didn't even ask for that, you know? So yeah, I tried, you guys. I don't see me listening to the album again. I just don't see it happening, you guys. I don't. How do you guys feel about her new album? Do you have any hits on there that you just really, 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 really love? And while we're talking about music, you guys, I know you guys wanted me to do a review on Black is King. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. This week has been, you don't really know that I have a lot happening off of this camera in my family and my life right now. Got back from Savannah and a lot of shit was going on. On top of that, I was behind on my videos. So I've been trying to get my videos up. They've been off and late all this week. And I'm trying to deal with the kids going back to school and all that. So I'm so very, very, very stressed. I have not been able to watch Black is King, and I'll probably mention it next top of the blogs because I plan on watching it maybe this weekend. But I'm sorry, you guys. I know many people have talked about it already. I've seen all of the clips on Instagram, and I've seen all the beautiful costumes, and I've seen all of the beautiful choreography and the cinematography and the videography and everything that was going on. And I loved what I saw, but I can't give you a true review because I just have not had the chance to sit down and truly take it in, okay? But Beyonce is Beyonce, and what she does turns to gold, and this is going to be no different than anything else, I'm sure, okay? So, yeah, I can tell you guys that I'll probably talk about it in the next top of the blogs. Congratulations are in order to Mimi and Ty. They were engaged, okay? They posted a picture of Mimi holding her hand, holding her girlfriend's, her fiance's hand now. She had her hand like this, and on the hand, the girl wrote, "She said yes," and then we saw Mimi's ring, and it was a beautiful ring. It had nice sized diamonds on there. Not a huge ring, but it was nice, okay? I sure would. I love me a good diamond ring, so it was beautiful, and I'm happy for them because I feel like This is the only relationship that we've ever seen Mimi in that she truly seemed happy. That girl seems to make her happy. I know people were all like, Mimi's not a lesbian, or Mimi. But you know what? Mimi is a lesbian, and this is the woman that she has fallen in love with, and they are going to get married, and I'm happy for her. The girl seems level-headed and seems to love her, and she loves her back, so good for them. Riley Burruss. Have you guys seen her recently? She got a nose job. And I looked at her picture and I was just like, well, listen, I'm not one to knock people. If people want to get plastic surgery, listen, do what you got to do. It's your body. You got to live with it. If you have things that you're unhappy with and you can afford to take care of it, you know, and if you ain't hurting nobody else and you ain't asking nobody else to do nothing for you, then you do what you got to do. I even have things on my body that I'm not the happiest with, including my nose. Like I've told you guys many a times, I am self-conscious about my profile and some pictures and, you know, my nose and all that, but I've grown to just accept this nose. I've had it for fucking 49 years, right? But there have been times where I've just been like, damn, I wish I could get a nose job. I probably would never do that because it's my face, but I can't say that I wouldn't get a, you know, this waist taken in, y'all. That's like a dream of mine, but it's still not that serious. But you know, like I've contemplated doing things like that too. So, I mean, it's fine if that's what she wanted to do. I just didn't understand why she got a nose job. She didn't have a big nose to me, you know. And now when you see her, she definitely has that nose job look, which is like a pinched look and then a lot of space in between the nose and the top lip. And maybe her face, you know, it takes a while for your face, because I have a friend that had a nose job in the past, and it takes a while for your face to kind of really settle into where it's going to be. So she probably won't have that look the whole time, but right now it's very clear. I just was like, I didn't understand, like her face, she's always had a cute little neat face, you know. Candy has a cute little neat face, and Riley had the exact same cute little neat face. So you know, I don't know, but of course people had a lot to say about it, and I'm sure that's not easy for a teenager to have to get so much social media input, but she had to know it was coming because that's what social media does. But yeah, you guys go and take a look. I was like, wow, it definitely did change her face. It doesn't look bad. It's just, you know how nose jobs are. It's just different. Some people we see and we'll say, oh yeah, that nose job definitely helped them. Like talking about, what's her name? The one who's pregnant now that's married to the basketball player. The singer. Why can't I think of her name? I know, you know, I'll put it on the screen. Y'all ain't got to tell me. But remember her nose job definitely changed her look for the better, because she had her nostrils were like on top of her nose. So it was like when you looked at her, you was looking dead into her nose. And she just got a subtle nose job, but it corrected that. And like that was one that I thought was beneficial. But then when you have others, when it's just like, well, what? But I mean, like I said, it's a personal decision. So if that's what she wants to do, then child, fine. And then lastly, you guys, a couple of people are pregnant. Okay, first person we've got to say Zanique, which is the daughter of Tiny, the stepdaughter of T.I. I don't know how old Zanique is. Zanique is probably around 21-ish, 22, somewhere in there. She announced on a BET Soul program that she was pregnant, okay? And while she was on there with a panel of other people, including T.I., who didn't seem like he was all that happy that she made the announcement there. I'm not saying that he didn't know, but I don't think he wanted her to say it there, because when she said it, everybody was happy for her and clapping, and he was the only one that was just kind of sitting there and kind of looking over to the side. So he didn't seem pleased. But she's like 5 months. She's far enough along that she knows the sex of the baby, which is going to be a little girl. So I'm imagining that she's showing and that her mother and stepfather knew about it. So, yeah, she's pregnant. I thought that she was still wasn't she with a football player for a couple of years? I thought she was still with that guy and got pregnant by him, but no, she is not with him any longer. She is actually pregnant by a rapper that she's been with for 2 years, and his name is Band Hunter. All right, I've never heard of him, but he's a rapper out there. He's a good-looking kid. He's got tattoos all over his neck, and child, one right here, like right here, you know. I was just like, okay. But evidently Tiny really approves of him and loves him, and she even said that she did in a post. And he even seems to be happier than Zanique that she was having this baby. He already has kids. He's already a father. Zanique said that she wasn't really happy when she found out she was pregnant, wasn't really ready, is not the nicest to children. You know, she did an interview or something with People magazine, I think, and she said that, you know, she gets mad at her sister, her little sister, when she cries, Eris. And, you know, so she feels like she's going to be the stricter parent. I was like, girl, don't say these things in public, because then people going to be like, she going to be abusing their children. Is that just, you know how people take it. So what you're saying is that you're going to not love your child because you didn't want her. It's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what I said, but you know how it can be misconstrued. But anyway, she seems to have come around to it now. She's 5 months pregnant. She's having a little girl, and you see pictures of her with her father-to-be and her belly, and she seems to be happy. So congratulations are in order to her. And then lastly, congratulations are in order to Khalees, who is also infanticipating. I was like, okay, Khalees, how old is Khalees? Let me look it up real fast. Khalees is definitely not my age, 40 years old, okay? So, you know, okay, 40 years old. She's having her third baby, her second baby with her husband. I think they have like a 5 or 6 year old. And of course we know that she has her other son with Nas, who is a teenager. But yeah, she posted a long thing, a picture of her that she's taken with First Response pregnancy test. And she is like a sponsor for them. So, you know, she's explaining why First Response is the one to go with. You find out 7 days sooner if you're pregnant or not. And yeah, so I was like, okay, Khalees. Child, 40 years old. Woo, woo, woo. But people are doing it more and more these days. So I won't say anything, but congratulations to the happy couple. Okay, Roxstars, that's it. Look, I done made this video so long, I still might make it 2 parts. We'll see. That 2-part thing is seeming to work out. People are like, why you keep on doing 2 parts? 2 parts means double my views, which means my analytics goes up, which means a little bit more of this. So that is why we do 2 parts. It doesn't affect you guys. Just click on both the videos, okay? Just the extra job of a click onto a second video. That's it, okay? But it helps me out a little bit more. So we'll see you guys as I edit it. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. We do this every single week. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back.